Welcome to episode 13 of the A Strings podcast.
What's going on?
Welcome you, and most importantly, welcome you.
The listener.
Yeah.
Bring your ears here.
Had a good week?
So far. Good in the shop yesterday and today.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Lots of new bits in, which we'll talk about in the news.
Good.
How was your day?
I've been sanding
Mm-hmm.
and grouting. Not euphemisms.
No.
Actually sanding and grouting to the point where my skin has come. I can't use the fingerprint recognition on my phone. I haven't been able to for about 3-4 weeks or so. But today, I'm probably the furthest away I'm going to be from getting fingerprints back.
Yeah.
That I'm going to be for a
You
while.
can
So
commit some crimes.
I could commit some crimes.
Mm.
I no longer will I have to buy a pack of chipolatas to sellotape to each finger. What's news? Anything?
Well, we've had a big change around in the shop.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if we mentioned last week. We started doing it, didn't we, last Tuesday? And then we finished it Wednesday. And then we did a bit more today with the acoustics. So the acoustics are now slightly different, as you would have seen.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks nice.
But yeah, little bits.
In actual fact, what you've done with the acoustics is generally what we do with things when we're low in stock, but we're not low in stock at the moment. So it just looks really, really nice. You know, it's always the dilemma, isn't it? You want as much in as possible to give the customers much choice, but if it was our way, we'd have much less out there, just presented in a much nicer way.
Yeah.
You know? So seeing a guitar presented kind of face on as opposed to on a slant is much nicer.
Yeah, it is. Tom's brainchild.
Indeed.
So obviously, Avengers came out, the last Avengers film.
Yeah, so we all went to see it, but
Same night, just separately.
Yeah.
We're
colleagues, we're not friends.
Yeah,
For goodness sake.
yeah. So we all saw it at the same time.
Yeah. You and Chris went together.
Yeah.
And Tom and myself went to see it with Kate. And like I said, we're not going to give any spoilers because who knows? I imagine by the time this comes out, it's been out a week, and anyone who's serious about seeing it is going to have seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's not.
It was a massive kind of emotional kind of ride, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think everything's been tied up very, very nicely with this.
I need to see it again because the day after it was just a mess in my mind.
Yeah,
I didn't know what to make of what.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'll be seeing it again. Did you go 3D?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what I said to Tom. If I'd seen it, if I was going to see it in 3D, I'd have to see it. I think 3D, I get a bit distracted by.
By the effects. But what are you smiling at?
No, I was just thinking of the 3D, and it's just like, oh, Thor's hammer pointing in my face.
I was hesitant to go and see it in 3D because I went to see Captain Marvel in 3D, and it was really, really dark, as in kind of contrast-wise. And it's to the point it was difficult to see. And, you know, Kate and me said, leaving, that it was just a tough kind of 2 hours kind of thing. You know,
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, there's some dark scenes, especially some of the fight scenes.
Yeah.
Are really, not emotionally dark. They're just not well lit.
Yeah. Get your act together, ILM.
Yeah. But with that, because the glasses have got like a darker tint on them as well, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 30% light loss.
Is it?
Is it?
So you'd think that they make it 30% brighter. Is that how it works or not?
I don't know. Plus, also, I went with Chris, and Chris wears glasses. So he's not doubling up on
Double
the
lens.
on
Yeah.
the lens.
So I think we're going to have a little bit of an Avengers kind of game later on, aren't we? Game?
We could do it now if you want.
Could do.
Well, while we're on the subject.
Yeah.
Have you actually put any thought into this?
Why didn't you judge me on my answers and not what you imagine my... Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. Maybe I've been too busy.
He's very good at thinking on the spot.
And maybe I'll agree with a lot of your answers.
Anyway, better explain the game.
So the idea was to pick the perfect guitar for each Avenger.
Are we doing each Avenger?
Well,
There's a lot
no,
of
because
Avengers.
I'm picking 3.
Are you? Okay.
So Tom, do you want to go first with your first one? And we'll say if we agree or disagree.
Maybe we should make a. Maybe we should make a jingle for this. Right, let's do a jingle between now and the thing.
Okay.
Okay, so are you doing that?
It could be like a. What Avenger would use what guitar?
Right, that's the audio I'm using for it. Now I'll just find a
No, but then the
explosion.
is
Oh, I'll
them
find that.
landing on their knee kind of thing.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
with the.
I'll find that.
Yeah.
I'll find one of them.
What Avenger would use what guitar?
So for Iron Man,
Right.
I imagine you two have gone for some kind of vibranium
No.
mechanized thing.
Well, I was in a dilemma with Iron Man
Okay.
because the first Iron Man, maybe the second Iron Man film as well, was all AC/DC films, tunes, wasn't
Yes, it was.
And also
Iron Man
Black
2.
Sabbath, Iron Man.
Yeah.
It lends itself to SGs
It's all the SGs, yeah.
all the way, innit? So between AC/DC and Black Sabbath, SG kind of
Okay.
prominent kind of bands. That's what I thought would be the obvious one. But then again, because he's super high tech and he's got loads of kind of gadgets and is capable of, I also thought maybe the Vox Starstream.
So that is the kind of
Also, because
bodiless thing, isn't it?
No,
It's
it's
not
not.
like a bodiless thing that it can
No, you
can
think?
be any instrument.
Yeah, that's right. I think bits of it are kind of missing, kind of thing.
Right.
But the weird kind of curves and the style of it.
Yeah. It's quite modern art as well.
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
So I'd say either a Starstream or
That's cool.
the obvious one being an SG. What do you think then?
Well, I actually went for something Tony Stark might have. A really old Martin.
Yeah, really expensive one
Yeah.
that he'd probably just throw like what do you call him, Kirk Douglas? Not Kirk Douglas. Kirk Douglas is 102, isn't he? Like
Kurt Russell
Kurt Russell. Yeah,
smashed it to smithereens.
yeah,
Yeah.
really for everyone else.
You'd have that, you've got his classic cars and his.
You're right, actually. He's got the classic cars and all the rest of it. So good one, Tom.
Yeah.
Mine's pretty basic. Mine's the was the technology line. So it would have been the Manson Matt Bellamy with the Chaos pad in it and all that sort of stuff.
Well, I chose Knack guitar for Doctor Strange.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. On that, should we go to Doctor Strange?
I haven't even done Doctor Strange, but
Oh,
I
okay.
will try and come up with something.
Doctor
now.
Strange is a hard one to do, I think. But we'll see.
I've done it.
Well, you've done it.
So yeah, Doctor Strange. I put it because obviously you do. He
does
does
all
the
his-
circle
of
things
course
with
he
his hands and everything. Do that in the chaos pad, and he goes woo, that kind of.
Good. You have put some thought into it.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because when Benedict Cumberbatch was running around in the film, he was going, woo!
Yeah. Okay, next.
4.
Thor.
I had one straight away with Thor,
Go on.
but I don't know whether it's probably not going to be that good. The first thing with Thor was I thought about Stormbreaker, which is his new axe in it, and I just thought a Gibson Explorer. I just thought that was kind of
Yeah.
just felt like very weapony. But without it being kind of like BC Ritchie gear.
Do you know? I was thinking BC Rich
Mm.
for some reason. He's. It's a weird one with him, isn't he? Because obviously he's otherworldly, but
Yeah.
it also lends itself to kind of. No, do you know what? He'd be a Hagstrom,
Of course he would.
wouldn't he?
Of course he would.
He'd have a Hagstrom of some sort. Obviously, not. They're Scandinavian countries. Is Norway Scandinavian? I think it is. Yeah, Finland isn't it? So Norway, yeah. It's a Scandinavian country, so kind of a bit of. Yeah, he'd be one of the 3 kings. Oh, yes.
Told you he was good at thinking on the spot, didn't I?
I didn't really have anything for 4.
So the person who hasn't done any preparation.
The only thing I did think is that he thought the good 4 is associated with oak trees. So you could have an oak guitar, but you don't really get oak guitars.
No, I don't. What's the oak connection?
According to Wikipedia. Hammer wielding god associated with thunder, lightning, storms, and oak trees.
All right, easy, mate. This isn't an obituary for Dick Dale. Captain America.
Easy.
Well, you think that. So you're thinking like a American standard.
Yeah.
Or American original kind of thing. I was thinking of Gretsch.
I am a real American.
I was thinking of Gretsch because it's a bit closer to his timeline.
Yeah.
You know, with regards to what he would have been kind of.
I thought it'd be like more of a Telecaster.
Yeah, you know,
Springsteen.
that's the first thing I thought was, you know, something like a Squire or a
But yeah, yeah.
and
that kind of Fender
and it'd be
Gretsch.
butterscotch because all old people loves a Werther's original. This isn't as much fun as I thought it was going to be.
Tom's got a few more, so let's have Tom give us.
So what did
he's
you have
got.
for? Did you have a Telecaster for?
Oh yeah,
Captain America?
Telecaster for Captain America.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've done one for Star Lord.
Right. Okay. So let me think. Star Lord. What would you have for Star Lord?
No idea. No idea.
Red Keytar.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got Groot on the banjo.
Yeah.
Grey Black Satin PRS for Black Panther.
Yeah.
And Thanos I've got on the bongos because his hands are too big.
Let's see what we could scrape the barrel with for next week.
Mm.
But just going back to it, it was a very good film. And
Yeah.
I'd have to see it again.
Yeah, definitely.
This is the news. Shop news or
Shop news first.
worldwide news?
Shop news first.
Okay.
Very, very nice Fender delivery today, which is Tuesday.
Right.
New Paramount, travel size. Tom likes it.
Very nice.
Guild
Very
Mini
nice.
Jumbo.
Tom Tristan wasn't sure on. He said the travel guitars. He kind of gave a quizzical look in. He wasn't too convinced.
In what? With the Paramount?
To be fair, he doesn't like Fender acoustics, so you know it's a you know it's a taste thing. I do.
I think the two we had in today were amazing. I think
Brilliant.
the All Mahogany Parlor is fantastic.
The PM4, I love the PM4.
What's that?
It's the Grand Auditorium.
Yeah,
and we got in Sunburst this time. Was
That's the
last
one that came in
Sunburst,
today.
or was it natural?
we've had a sunburst. We've had a sunburst and we've had a natural. Yeah, but yeah, this one's sunburst. It's very nice.
Yeah,
really light. They're very light guitars.
Also had a Guild delivery, I believe.
Guild Mini Jumbo came in today.
Mini Jumbo.
Tom likes that one.
Yes.
There'll be a pattern here, by the way.
The Mini Jumbo, I think, is very, very similar to the Baby Taylor.
Oh, okay.
Or not the Baby Taylor. Is it the Baby Taylor or the GS Mini? Is that the same thing?
I don't know.
But I've been told that it's a GS Mini-esque.
Ah, okay. That's very nice, though. Sounds very full for the size.
Okay.
Tom likes that one.
I like Guilds.
Fender Performer Strat came in today. Satin blue.
All right.
That is Tom's noise of...
That's his horse noise. You know when he starts sounding like a horse, he's excited about something, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tom likes that one.
We've had one of those in before, and absolutely stunning. The Performer range is just absolutely banging. I can't see why anybody would not go for one of those.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing a few more Telecasters.
Yeah, and I think I've got some Telecasters on order.
Nice.
Order. So I think with the delivery I had in earlier, we've got all the Fender pedals in.
Yep, so the Bends came in. They were the last of the pedals that we needed to complete the set. And we're going to look at the new, sort of the second generation of them. It's not a generation really, it's only a year. But the second run of them today in our main feature. A couple of GT40s came in. We had a Blues Junior come in like a tweed.
Good.
Yeah.
Mentioned the Gretches last week.
Yes.
And Elwyn tried one out, and he was enamoured, and he's coming in tomorrow to collect one.
Yeah. It's like we said last week.
Absolutely,
We said it
kind
last
of,
week.
yeah.
Amazing. Should we break the news?
On the 31st of May, which is a Friday, James Nichols is coming in to do a clinic here at A Strings.
In conjunction with Black Star Amplification.
Yeah. So that's a pretty big one, and it's a nice thing for us to kind of get. It's almost like it'll be the first event that we've done on the new Facebook page.
Yeah.
So it'll be, the first event that we've hosted on there.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting to see if we manage to completely sell out the evenings as we have done. Last year we had a good year for it in the summer, didn't we?
It was
we
a
had
very good year.
We had the Dadara evening.
Mark Holcomb and Nick Johnson.
Yeah. We had Guyton.
We had Guyton's event, yeah.
The Marshall one.
Marshall. Was the Boss one the year before?
Boston was the year before.
That's nuts how fast that's gone.
We had the Hagstrom one.
Oh, yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah. And obviously we had our 5th birthday.
When was the Takamine one?
Takamine was November before, so that
Wow.
was November 2017.
Unbelievable.
October 2017. Yeah. So we were meant to have a PRS one, obviously, a couple of months ago. That didn't happen because we didn't have a way of promoting it effectively. But I think that this is great because the Jared James Nichols one is going to attract people in, I think, regardless. Word's going to kind of spread. But it'll give us an idea with regards to, we've got, I'd say, a couple of dozen regulars for our events, haven't we? The people who we know will attend. So it'll be interesting to see at this Jared James Nichols event Black Star event, whether we get the usual guys along or whether we get a completely new crowd, because we'd like to get another Black Star event going and some other events with, sounds awful to say, but kind of lesser names. Not a name like that is going to draw people in, regardless.
Yeah.
With some of the other events, like with example, a Marshall event, if Marshall is either going to really, really attract you or not.
It's product led, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So our Marshall event was really, really successful, but I know that there were a number of customers that didn't come along because Marshall is in their bag.
Yeah.
So that's absolutely fine. So I think it'd be good to see, how effectively we can market it.
Yeah.
So so that's something to look forward to. We'll obviously get him in to do some videos.
Yeah, definitely. We there'll be an event page up. It'll be this week.
Imminently.
Imminent. There'll be an event page up this week on our Facebook.
Yeah.
Alongside it, and jump on. It's gonna be ticketed, obviously, and then beverages.
Yeah.
Gonna be here, the usual. If you've been to one before, the.
Let's get ratted.
But yeah, no, it'd be good. It'd be nice to get him interviewed. I think he looks, he seems really, really, high energy and good fun. I think he's going to be a really good personality for an event.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Great.
He better be.
Yeah.
Saying all this now.
Should we move on? Because Tom has got a match to watch tonight.
Yes.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Biscuit News! So this week's Biscuit News
comes to you courtesy of
Alan and Wendy Jordan.
Oh, really?
Yes. So they came in last week and brought us something left field, but very, very welcome. So these are Thornton's wafer rolls. And the ones that we've got with us in the room are the double chocolate. Now,
I'm fine with double chocolate.
Yeah, fine with that. It's when
chocolate covered with something chocolate inside. Triple chocolate, I just don't get.
No. So they brought us 2 packs. One was a caramel filled.
Right, and where
are they? Dad?
If you ask Glyn where some are.
Who?
Glyn.
Oh, right. So Dad was back in this week for the first time in ages. We give him a bit of a tour to show him where the toilet facilities were and the tea and coffee machine is.
But I have had 1 or 2.
He polished off an entire...
No, it was...
So where...
No.
Well, they gone then?
The caramel ones are gone, yeah. They didn't make it to Biscuit News.
Describe what they were. Were they like... Was it like that, but caramel inside?
So for those of you listening,
they're
like that, but caramel inside. Okay?
They look
essentially,
like a Cadbury's finger from the outside, but...
Yeah. If any of you know a Milky Way crispy roll, that is what it is. It's a finger of wafer covered in chocolate, but with chocolate in the middle.
They're amazing.
And the caramel ones were, as you'd imagine, Thornton's caramel
Some-
to be.
A little bit salty about them as well.
Hmm.
Beautiful. I think you should have any, Adam.
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, I'm gonna have a few.
So Tom's throat clearing is an indication that he wants his biscuits to be talked about.
I've brought in some Elizabeth Shaw.
Isn't that the jewellery collection from Argos?
Might be where you buy your jewellery from.
So there's an interesting story about these because these were
He
the
stole them.
biscuits. Yeah, because these were the biscuits from episode 1 that never made air.
Because what we thought we'd do back in the beginning was churn out a lot of
We tried to do 2 in 1, didn't we?
but
And we just lost all
the
energy.
the energy just wasn't there. No matter how much sugar we.
So these are the mint and cocoa
So we might
biscuits from episode 2.
bite into one of these. We might get like a surge of nostalgia from those
Let's try it.
naive
I'm actually going to have one of these.
young days of the podcast. They're like really, 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 really posh after eights.
But they've been...
Because the mint is 10 times more chewy than an after eight.
Is it an after 8 that's had a baby with a feast or a lion bar or something?
Toffee crisp.
Ah! Yeah.
Thank you very much, Jordan's. Family Jordan.
The family Jordan.
The Jordan team. Team Jordan. We got the new... Well, we've only got 5 here. We're missing a bass pedal.
Yeah.
Delicious bass. You a little bit too chicken to turn the bass pedal?
I'm not chicken to do anything. There's very little room here anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
And
So
we're,
we're gonna go
we're
through
crowded.
We go through the tree-verb or tre-verb?
Where's a tremolo?
Treverb.
Treverb.
The bubbler chorus.
The bubbler chorus.
Pinwheel. The MTG tube distortion. And Lost Highway phaser.
Yeah. So these were basically the second phase of Fender's pedals, announced at the NAMM following the initial ones. Interestingly, these are built differently to the old ones. They don't have that 9-volt door, that magnetic battery door.
That's for a reason. Then,
Yeah.
Fender deal on such a large scale, worldwide. So, when they get these made up, they get made in tens of thousands. So, they're going to know pretty soon what kind of works, what doesn't. And I wonder whether... I've always found the battery door to be a joy to kind of use. There's no kind of having to,
Unscrew
clip
and
or,
clip. Yeah.
all that kind of thing. But I wonder whether, they got issues with...
breakages maybe, and I think they're obviously developing the ideas as well as introducing new things.
Aesthetically, they look like the others. This really nice,
It's like a
brushed,
Mm.
kind of stainless steel or whatever casing.
Yeah.
They look gig ready, don't they?
Yeah, they're all rock solid. I think we'll talk about the sort of couple of features on each one as we go. Just so you know, Andrew is going to be doing the twiddling of the knobs. I'll do some twiddling of some strings. There's a couple of dip switches on the back of some of them that change things, like the direction of which effect feeds which, and there's something on one of the other ones too. But we'll talk about each one as we go, and we're running through
Vox
one
AC.
pedal at a time into the front of a Vox AC15 in the normal channel.
Just nice and clean.
Yep.
Yep.
Into an SM57 being recorded by the Zoom, which is recording us as well.
Cool.
And that's it. Played through the My Blue Strat, which is the American special.
Stock pickups.
No, these are not. These are bare knuckle Irish tours,
Right, so,
which are the Rory Gallaghers.
and also the Welsh version.
Irish tour.
So we got normal channel volume on 10, 11 o'clock-ish, 10, 11 o'clock, which means it's going to be nice and warm at that point. It's going to be nice and warm at that point. I was speaking. Give us a bit of a taste.
So I'm on the bridge pickup, and this is what it sounds like.
Cool. So we're really, really on the cusp of a little bit of breakup there.
Yes. So the MTG is the tube distortion. There's a 6205 preamp tube in it. This is the clean sound.
So we got two switches on here. We got bypass and boost in the form of just normal foot switches. We got treble middle bass, tight, level, and gain. And then we got for the boost circuit, we got level and boost. So I'll go everything at 12 o'clock to begin with. They've got, as with the other pedals, they got these really nice bright LEDs on the knobs. So we'll engage the pedal.
So what did you do then?
I brought the treble down a little bit and the bass up a bit.
Yeah.
And the middle down a bit as well. And whacked the gain right up just to see how far it would go.
Yeah.
So it started off everything 12 o'clock, but as it went on, the gain went right up. And that's a proper, it's an overdrive, isn't it? You know, it's not an all-out kind of saturated distortion. You got...
Yeah. You know, it's not like the Pugilist.
No.
You know, it's not nowhere near as saturated. Just to call it a distortion, you know?
Yeah. I imagine it's quite nice as an indie band kind of sound, I think.
Yeah. I've got headphones on. Does it sound a little bit tube screamery? Or
a bit. It's...
Or is it just a preamp overdrive, I guess?
Yeah.
'Cause that's what it is. It's a new old stock preamp tube in there.
Right, okay.
Yeah, 6205 preamp tube in it. Do you want to try the boost?
The boost, yeah.
No, I think the boost is pre-tube, so it's going to push the tube rather than...
So it's going to be more of a solar lift. Oh, no, so it's going to push the tube, so it's going to saturate it.
Yeah,
more.
should
right,
do.
Okay.
So here, do you want to do the pedal on?
Yep. So, and what I did then was started off with the level and the boost on midway, so both at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Then I put the boost right up just to see how much it would push that. But then I brought the boost right back.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can use that in one of two ways. You can either have the boost to push that tube inside it to make it saturate that much more, or you can turn the boost off and keep the level there, or turn the level up, and it'll just be a solo boost for the main part of the pedal.
Nice. Now effects-wise, we're completely dry. So, you know, what you're hearing is, you know, there's nothing else apart from this into the amp.
Yeah. So
it sounds great.
Yes. So I guess you can use it as like a 2-channel distortion kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or just a solo boost.
Yeah. Now, obviously, I'm using a Strat. I was on the bridge pickup. I imagine it sounds very, very nice with some humbuckers as well.
Yeah.
But you'll have to come and try it yourself at A Strings.
Yeah.
66 Broadway, Pontypridd.
So let's move on to the next one.
Let's do the next one.
So the Treverb has, you got the option of stereo ins and outs, I'm plugged into the wrong in, so we are into the mono in, mono out.
Okay.
So 2 buttons on here. You got tremolo on one, reverb on the other. So I'm guessing you can have both on or either or.
Yep. There's a switch at the top which tells you which effect is feeding which. Now we've got the
that's
tremolo.
interesting. Just quickly. So on the last pedal,
Yes.
I noticed quite a bit of hum coming from the pedal.
Yes. It's the LEDs.
The LEDs, and it'll depend on power supplies, rooms, lighting, and all that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
the hum that we heard in between before was probably due to the LEDs. So I've switched the LEDs off.
Nice.
No.
So so there's a switch on the top which tells you the which tells you the path of the effect. So you can either have the reverb feeding the tremolo or the other way around.
Okay.
So you've got 3 reverb styles. You got a spring from 63, a spring from 65, and a plate, I believe.
Yep.
And it's inspired by a genuine Fender amp tremolo. And that is pretty much it. So shall I give you some?
Yeah.
I'm on the neck pickup now, and I'm just gonna do some noodles. You can play.
What we'll do, we'll do each individual effect, then we'll have them both going into
Nice.
each other, and then we'll see what the difference is within the path.
So what I found just before we start, with when I set this pedal up initially, it made the signal very dark. So
okay,
we'll see. We'll have a play and we'll see.
So this is off. I've got it set on to the 63.
Nice.
And everything on 0 at the moment, or 7 o'clock. So right, have a go. That's everything on 12 o'clock there now. So we got a blend, a tone, and a dwell knob.
Mm-hmm.
So dwell is kind of decay, I guess, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
So
how long it's sticking
so if we
around.
turn the dwell right the way up a second. Now we turn right the way off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll keep that around about 12 o'clock. The tone, I've got at 12 o'clock, so let's have the tone right the way off. I'm going to turn it right the way up. Lovely. Right, so I'm going to put that back at 12. And now the blend, I'm going to have that on 0.
So is this a wet and dry blend? This.
Okay.
I
I don't know. Well, yeah, it is. So that's nothing there. Then as we're dialing it in. It's lovely. So that's a 63.
Really nice.
So I'll bring it on to the 65 now. Now that we know what each control does, we'll just keep them at 12 and we'll go through them. So now 65.
Okay.
So I'll do 63 and then I'll switch to the 65. You can hear the switch there. Lovely. Really nice. So the 65 is a lot warmer, and
I prefer that one.
do you?
I don't know. I like big reverbs anyway, but I just feel like that let the guitar come through a bit more.
I think that both are going to be very, very usable, depending on what you're looking for. You know, so if you're after, you know, if you got a Gretsch going into a Champ or a Deluxe or something like that, I think the 63 would sound absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But right, plate. So I'll go from 65 to the plate. Right. So
Okay.
Going halfway again. the dwell and the tone are right the way up by the end of that, then I've kept the blend on halfway because it gets a little bit messy otherwise, I think.
Yeah. So I think you notice the plate more. You notice the plate a lot more in the decay of it.
Yeah.
It feels like, whereas the two springs are very kind of nice.
Yeah.
Up front, you can kind of tell where they are straight away.
Absolutely. So let's go on to the tremolo. So
Okay.
I can see already we got a flashing light LED here, which basically reflects the rate of the tremolo.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's on 12 o'clock again. So I'm on the top setting, which is opto. So what does that stand for? Optimus Prime.
It's an optical
right.
tremolo.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's without reading the thing as well. Yeah, so you got optical bias and harmonic vibrato.
Okay.
Right. So interestingly, the tremolo button engages the effect on and off, but it's also the tap tempo.
Okay, that is interesting. Right, so. Do you know? I'm read the instructions. So I'm not going to try.
Okay,
just start playing. Let's listen to it. Engaged. So we start on full. Then I just started messing about with rates and depth and all that kind of thing as easier. So the level, again, it's the wet and dry kind of thing. So
yeah,
if it's extreme on, so it's right the way dull, right the way down to about 5 o'clock.
There's no guitars there.
Yeah, it's just
no dry guitar.
Yeah, it's the pulse of the effect. You don't hear any of the dry signal at all.
Nice.
Whereas if you got it extremely the other way, you just try that. Right, see. So if it's extremely the other way, it's a bounce kind of.
Oh, okay.
Kind of bounce between the two,
so
I think.
Okay.
So it's not.
So the further
it's
you
not
go.
the effect completely off or anything.
No.
Okay, so that's the opto.
It's the optical one, yeah.
Optical one. Next one is bias. So set everything at 12, and then we'll switch over. Now we're on the bias. It's a much harsher one, isn't it? Much harsher, isn't it?
Yeah,
way it's less tone to the pulse. Maybe, I don't know.
Didn't feel as warm, did it?
Oh. Right.
So what are we doing?
What's HM?
Harmonic vibrato. So I'm going to stay away from because I'm like, I'll go to the trem and do silly stuff. I haven't done any for this. I've accidentally maybe gone to it once or twice, but I'm staying away just so we can hear if it is changing anything pitch-wise. So this is bias?
It's bias, and it'll be going into the harmonic. Sweeter, isn't
It's got a bit of a kind of flangery warble to it.
it? I'm going to put the 63 reverb on now with it.
Okay, and which direction are we?
We're reverb into tremolo.
Nice.
Now I'm going to go tremolo into reverb. There's a lot more presence there, isn't there? Going to 65 reverb. It's one of those pedals you can spend hours, I think, messing about with because you've got so many options. It's really nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That sounds nice.
I imagine you're going to be able to get quite a bit of a few of your Pink Floyd sounds from something like this. Cool. Don't bore the listeners, Adam. Come on.
I'm borrowing myself.
That's really, really nice.
That's the nicest one that we've played with so far. But the next one, I think, is going to be equally as nice. This is the Bubbler.
You got a mono in, but you got a stereo out.
So it's a Bubbler analog chorus. I think that's interesting. I think it's good that they've given us a stereo out. Because obviously the stereo out can feed any of the other stereo in pedals and just makes for a much nicer soundscapage. So it is.
We got two foot switches. We got a bypass and a slow fast button. We got four. Apart from the main LED, there we got 4 LEDs. One of which we got a rate 2, which is flashing regardless of me. It's flashing quite quickly regardless of. Right. Okay. So, the slow fast button makes the second LED flash slow or fast. I've just been blinded by the LED. Literally seeing stars. Right. So you've got rate 1 and rate 2. So you've got a rate and depth for slow and for fast versions of the chorus.
Nice.
So I'm imagining that your slow chorus is your traditional kind of normal.
Well, it's going to be a much wider
kind of chorus, and then the fast one's going to be "While My Guitar Gently Weeps" kind of sound.
Yeah. So there's waveforms. Is there like a little dip switch?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's between a sine and triangle wave.
Right. Okay.
So let's play with them. So let me make some noise.
Seriously, this LED is blinding me. I need to keep my thumb over it.
That's testament to how powerful it is. You'll know it's on when it's on stage.
So you've got rate 1, depth 1, rate 2, depth 2, but you've got a level and a sensitivity knob as well. Let's put everything on. Let's put everything on 12 o'clock as we did before.
Okay.
And
okay.
Yep. I'll clean to begin with. You can hear it slow down as I'm. down to run about 8, 9 o'clock. Rate 1 and rate 2. Rate 1 and depth 1. And turn the sensitivity right the way down. And turn it up.
What does that feel like it's doing?
I don't know, but everything sounds very kind of glassy, doesn't it? Yeah.
What with the sensitivity going up?
Well, anyway, it's quite a sparkly kind of sound, isn't it? It's a chorus effect in its primitive kind of its fundamental kind of purpose is it was meant to be like a chorus of guitars. It's meant to replicate the sound of like 5 guitars playing at once, and like you get with a 12-string, you're never going to be in tune with each other 100% kind of thing.
So it takes the note, takes it slightly out of tune.
Exactly, and it seems that the sensitivity, the more you turn that up,
the more
you've kind of got more of a detune for the for the effect, I guess. The effect is detuned. That's what I'd say. So I brought you down to quite low settings for the rate. I'll turn you up a bit depth. Right, so this is the second one now. This is rate 2. Oh, this is the fast one. Right, so I'm going to set them both on the same setting now and go between the slow and fast just for you to be able to hear. So rate is going to be at 9 o'clock and depth on 10 o'clock for each one, with the sensitivity around about 10 o'clock as well, and the level just at 12. So we'll go between slow and fast. Okay. Okay.
What's the matter?
Play that again. That's interesting. Right, so when I was flicking between 1 and 2, and it isn't an immediate change in rate.
So is it ramping it?
So
like
it ramps it up and then it ramps it back down. So it slows down to the slower one and it speeds up to the fast one. So it's not like a cut.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And it's very much like our next pedal.
Right.
The pinwheel.
Okay. I'm just quickly. I imagine that all of these sound amazing panned. Left
Oh,
and
yeah,
right.
yeah. So you are only getting a mono signal because we're mic'd up with an SM57 into 1 amp.
So we got 3 inputs for the pinwheel.
Okay.
We got 3 inputs for the pinwheel. We've got left, right, and expression pedal.
Nice.
So stop press. Tom's leaving because the tots are playing.
Enjoy your sports ball.
Bye-bye. 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 So we got 3 inputs. We got left, right, and expression.
Yes.
We've got stereo out, and we got a lot of things on the top.
Yeah, there's a lot of things on the top.
LEDs on and off, as you said before. In this room, definitely off. We got voicing for guitar, keyboard.
Yes.
So
It's not just a guitar pedal.
I was going to say that, I've got a Boss C1 pedal, which is like one of the, first chorus pedals out, and they're a bit of a holy grail kind of thing. But they weren't designed for guitars. The insides, it doesn't seem like they're designed for guitars because the pots were valued for keyboards.
Right, okay.
So I've had mine modded
Okay.
by Nigel Knight,
Mm-hmm.
and it's designed for, it's got guitar pots in there, or pots optimized for guitars.
So is that the one that people will see in the video room if they watch the videos?
Yes.
Amazing.
For the time being, it's going to be going soon.
Oh, okay.
As much as it's going to be coming back to my house.
Oh, right, yeah. Cool.
So guitar, keyboard, voicing. So I wonder whether there's buffers or whatever to compensate for one or the other.
One or the other.
Dynamics on or off, and then foot switch select. So if you've got a foot switch connected, you can select whether you want it as an expression pedal,
Yes.
as in a treadle kind of thing, or just an on-off.
Oh, okay. Lovely.
So there must be right. So there's you got 3 modes on you, and I imagine the foot switch would probably go between 3 modes.
Yeah, and the expression will just adjust the speed, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Cool.
So what does it do?
So it's a rotary speaker pedal.
Okay.
It's a Leslie style
Yeah.
pedal. There's an onboard overdrive,
Mm.
which is just going to give us a little bit of kind of pre-grit. Let's have a listen and see what you think. And
Okay.
yeah, let's just have a play. I will play.
So drive first. Straight away. It's just that chord, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll do it again.
Give me an A. So everything's on 12 o'clock. Dials wise, we got a drive, tone, fast, slow, level, ramp, sensitivity knobs. Then we got a 3-way switch, modes 1, 2, and 3. The foot switches, we got a bypass, which is on and off, and then we got a slow stroke, fast break in brackets. So I don't know what that does. So let's
Okay.
So I'm gonna start by mucking about with the drive.
Okay.
Nice. It gives a bit of grit, doesn't it? So I guess if you don't want to rely on the onboard preamp, you just knock that right the way off, and you've got as much kind of headroom as you want. So I'm going to keep the drive on run at 10 o'clock, so it's not influencing the sound too much.
Lovely.
Here we go. Tone. So it's kind of making the pulse of the sound brighter or kind of warmer or duller,
Yes.
I think. Then we got fast and slow. So I guess
So
depending on whether we got the LED tells us whether it's fast or slow.
So I think you set a rate for fast and a rate for slow.
Okay.
And then that button switches between the two. And it'll ramp, so it'll gradually get faster. Will you try something?
Yeah.
Will you put it on fast and then press and hold the button to see if it does the brake thing? So. So if you notice,
you can hold it.
Yes, so and it'll stop the.
So wherever it is on the cycle of the rotary,
you can stop it
for that particular tone.
Nice.
I'm a little bit confused as how to engage slow and fast.
Yeah, so it's that, but
So
it's
like
doing it gradually.
Right.
So if you put fast as it'll go and slow as it'll go, just for the extremes.
Yeah. And you got... So basically, the ramp then, I guess, is
how fast
quickly
it gets
that
to it.
happens. This is ramped right the way off now, so as low as it'll go. Slow and done.
Yeah. It's just not being patient enough.
Right, okay. Very clever. That's clever.
It's nice. Because that's what an original Leslie would do, wouldn't it? Because it's
of
run
course,
on.
because it is literally spinning. Right, so I'll put the ramp run about 2 o'clock because I'm too impatient to hear the...
Okay,
so modes 1, 2, and 3. I don't know what that would do. Right, I tell you what, I'm going to switch the dynamic thing on.
Okay.
Right, so
it's got 3 different rotary speaker voices. That's all that it's telling me.
Okay.
It's got a vibratone, and then 2 others.
Right, so let's put it on fairly fast then. It's number 2 now. Going to go up to number 3. You know, even when you switch it between the modes,
yeah,
it ramps up to the, it's like it's from still.
It's not just an immediate switch. That seems the most clouded.
It's not generally a pedal that I'd go for a rotary speaker.
No
pedal, but I'm impressed with the kind of the wizardry behind this.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Again, same as me. I wouldn't use a rotary speaker anyway.
So on to the last one, because we're not doing the bass one.
No.
The Lost Highway phaser.
Lovely.
What we should do, we should get Leighton from Neath in here
to play us some bass.
He's an excellent bassist.
Lost Highway. Faraway phaser.
Right, so we got another slow and fast thing here. So we got rate 1, depth 1, rate 2, depth 2, blend, feedback, sensitivity. We got a switch saying 4 and 8, and then we got the wave and the triangle wave. Switch.
So the 4 and 8 is just how many stages of the phasing there is.
Bypass and slow fast switches, and on the back we got LED on and off as all the others, and boost 0 and then +3, which I imagine is decibels.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Everything on 12.
here's the clean. That was nice.
Yeah,
That sounded really nice.
I switched the 4 to an 8. I don't know what 4 or 8 means. All I know is that 8 is double what 4 is.
It's the stages of phaser. But don't ask me what that means either.
What is it? So it's the stage.
Yeah, so it's either analog 4 or an analog 8 stage phaser. All I know is, as soon as you flick that switch, it sounded really nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so
if you want to hear how extreme it can go,
okay,
we're on kind of one half of the phaser kind of thing.
Right.
I imagine the second half is exactly the same. It's just that you can set a different rate. So I've got feedback at 9 o'clock. I got depth very close to the bottom. It's to the 0, around about 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Blend on 11 o'clock and rate on
hardly anything.
8 o'clock. Yeah. So bit by bit, I'll put each one to its extreme.
Nice.
And then bring it back to something nice. So should we stick with the 8 as opposed to the 4?
Yeah. For now, anyway.
Okay. Cool. This is the rate now, so we put the rate up. Dial the rate back a bit and the depth up. That's depth timed right the way up there.
It feels a bit more, it's a bit more ring mod, isn't it? It's like,
yeah,
it's not as, it's not as soft.
Right, so see what happens. I put the feedback right the way up. It's almost a little bit auto-wah. Try and do something a bit funky, just see if it sounds like a wah kind of thing, like your voodoo. Yeah. It's wicked.
Hey.
Yeah. That's gone down to the stage 4. That's really nice. Really nice. Right. Sensitivity on all this is down to almost 0. So let's try putting that up a bit. So do what you're doing there. So
I'm funky.
Yeah, going to keep the feedback up there. Yeah. And put a boost on. That's with the boost on as well now.
So that's just a clean volume boost, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel. Yeah, it's not pushing anything pre.
No. That's really, really nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really nice.
I really wish Tom was here to get his funk on.
I'm going to switch you between 1 and 2 to see if we got that kind of ramp again.
Okay, do you want me to play something a bit more chordal?
If you want, yep. So I'm going to put rate 2 and depth 2 on run about 1, 2 o'clock-ish.
Lovely.
Keep the sensitivity down.
Oh, that's immediate.
No. It is a bit of a... Takes longer to slow down than it does to start. Speed up by the sound of it. I'll put it on to phase 8 again.
That's stunning.
Do you know what? 4 is better for the faster rate,
Yeah.
and 8 is better for just the slower. I love that pedal. Really love it. There's a couple here that I'm not a big pedal user whatsoever, but there's a couple of things here that I really would get for myself. The phaser and the tree verb.
100% the tree verb. Yep. The phasers. Can you set phasers to funky? Amazing. Can you set phasers to funky and then have a switchable thing? So can you switch it to have a really nice subtle one and then a funky one, or is the thing not changeable? The feedback's not changeable between the two.
No, feedback isn't interchangeable. I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to do a bit more reading. In as much as I haven't done any reading.
Yeah, no.
So they're the new pedals from Fender.
Yeah,
it wasn't worth us doing the bass one because we're not very good bassists, and it'd be really good to get Leighton in, and maybe we'll do one of those.
And Leighton's got the pedals with him as well, so it'd be good to hear what he thinks.
Yeah.
So we have looked at the MTG tube distortion,
the tree verb,
the bubbler chorus,
the pinwheel,
and the last highway phaser. They've just lost all credibility.
Yeah. Come in and try them for yourself. That's the only way that you're really going to get a feel for these. The nice thing with using pedals into a Vox is that Voxes tend to have that nice big open sound. So
yeah,
as much as it sounds like a Vox, it's not. If you played it through like a Blues Junior, it would clip quite. They're a bit more compressed, aren't they?
Yeah.
So
this is a very one-sided conversation because we're both Vox players now.
Yeah,
and
of course we are.
There's nothing that I can choose anymore in the shop. If I'm trying a pedal, obviously I'm going to try a Vox because if I'm going to go home with it, it's going to go to a Vox. But people will see if they watch the videos that I'm using the Voxes now. I just think they're a platform. They'll do anything. Yes, a little bit darker by nature than a Fender. And if we're doing something that needs some sort of Fender,
it's strange though, isn't it? We've got some customers that do, but guitarists in general, we'll have half a dozen guitars on the rack.
Yeah,
but amplifiers, we'll have the one amplifier, and if that amplifier, if we want something else, that amplifier will go. We're not really in the habit of collecting amplifiers in the way that we are, guitar collectors, and it has as much of an impact on the overall sound. But losing focus here.
Right, we've lost Tom.
Yeah.
Tom's gone to watch the football. He said to us, this is what we should do. Tom's top 5 should be our 5 pedals. There's 5 of them there. Put them in an order of the ones you like.
So the conversation went a little bit more like, Tom, you can't go. We haven't done the top 5. He said, I don't care.
Get out my way.
What are we going to do for the top 5? He goes, do anything. Choose your top 5 pedals. I don't care. See you later, losers.
Yeah. But He's always
or
got good
something like
ideas.
that.
He's got good ideas.
Yeah, so we're gonna save his top 5 till next week,
Yes.
and
We're gonna rank these.
right. So starting with your favorite or least favorite.
I'm gonna say my least favorite
The most uninspiring for me, I'd say, would
is
be the MTG Tube Distortion.
okay.
I don't feel that gives me anything. Yeah, the Santa Ana was a very, very good overdrive.
Mm.
I imagine if you're into distortion pedals, which I'm not. I don't use distortion pedals. I don't use overdrive pedals. I imagine if you're a distortion or overdrive pedal enthusiast, it's going to tick a lot of boxes and it's going to do things that you talk to Stuart, you talk to Paul, who comes in on Saturdays, and loads of other people about overdrive pedals.
Yes.
And I just switch off because they just don't interest me.
Are you true bypass or buffered? No, it's right. It's right. It's one of those things that I do geek out about.
Yeah.
Mm.
So for me, that hasn't really done anything for me.
It's a nice. It does what it wants. It does what it says it's going to do nicely. It's not, it's fine tunable. When I plugged it in earlier, because obviously I had the headphones on to check levels and things through the podcast. When I was playing it in the room, it was okay. And that's my setup. It's the Strat into a Vox.
Yeah.
And there's some pedals that you can put on and be like, it's instantly coming home.
But there'll be I thought I mentioned, I don't see what it does differently to the Santa Ana. That's my ignorance. In as much as, the Santa Ana and the Fallen Distortion, what's that? The
Pugilist.
Pugilist.
And the Full Moon.
The Pugilist is what I was referring to, what I meant to refer to, but you got the Full Moon as well.
Yeah.
Fuzz I can appreciate.
Yes.
But
I get that.
Distortions and overdrives don't really kind of float my boat. So naturally, that one's going to go at the bottom of my list.
Okay.
So what's the bottom of yours?
Pinwheel was the bottom of mine.
Okay.
Yeah. But it would probably go Pinwheel, then Distortion. But it could have been the Chorus for fourth place.
Chorus is something to be used very... Depends what you're after. If you're after Seattle grunge, kind of thing, you want something that's a bit more in your face.
Yeah.
But I think
I like really slow.
Yeah.
It's subtle. It's not really
absolutely something to pad it and to add a bit of texture, as opposed to realizing immediately that sound has a chorus on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's nice, and it is an analog chorus. I just think that it didn't wow me, but we are going into a dry clean amp, so.
Yeah. I think that so number 5 for me, MTG Distortion. Then I'd go Pinwheel. Number 4, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Then Bubble, of course, I liked it,
mm-hmm.
but the other two were just so good that I can't.
Yeah.
I can't substitute that for any of those two.
So would you go the same as me, Phaser and then Treverb?
Treverb. I think Phaser would be my number 1.
Really?
Yeah, because with the reverbs, it's a really good reverb. The tremolo is brilliant, but with regards to the reverbs, it's a particular type of reverb. It's not that type of reverb I've never recorded with and never had any kind of use for previously. I think my taste is starting to go to the way whereby I really would have a lot of fun with that kind of plate reverb.
Yeah.
Spring up plate reverb, but up until now, it's not really kind of done it for me. So I think I'd probably need a bit more of an atmospheric kind of reverb on there as well.
Yeah, I always like a hall. That's kind of my go-to.
If I was... But that's not what this is about, this pedal.
No.
This pedal's about...
It's a Fender tremolo, and it's a Fender...
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
the Fender reverb.
And I absolutely love it, So the Phaser is just... Especially when you got that kind of funk sound out of it at the end. Between the slow kind of... Phasers usually, when I've used it in the past, I've had it quite slow on, that kind of not massively deep,
Yeah.
but
Similarly to how you use a chorus.
Of course,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. It's the same kind. It's a modulation pedal, and it's just the same kind of thing. But the variety you get from that, and the fun you can have from that, because you can get it from sounding, nice and thick like a chorus, or that real kind of thin, snappy, almost compressed kind of sound from the thing.
And I know it's a phaser, but there was a moment where it did the out of phase thing. I know it's I know it's continually moving.
Yeah.
But it just kind of did get that kind of old radio kind of vibes.
And I'm using these for the first time, and I'm obviously not very
same as us, yeah.
Tech minded. So I don't use much in the way of pedals, but I moved those wave buttons now and again, and I didn't notice a difference whatsoever. Yeah. So
we might record on the recording. We might hear.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe it's only noticeable on certain settings.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Reverb and the phaser is definitely the ones at the top of my list.
So there you go, Tom. There's your 5.
Yeah. So a slightly extended feature.
The director's cut.
The director's what? So should we move on to... so that was Tom's top 5, although Tom wasn't here. Social media comment of the week.
Social media comment of the week.
Now, if Tom was here, Tom would probably read out a snidey comment from somebody like Gravilo Pricip, don't know, it doesn't matter, who commented on the Meteora.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, painting your fingernails to match the inlays, that says it all. So he'd probably pick out a comment like that, but not me. I wouldn't read that one out. I'd probably read out something like...
Oh, no.
It's on the American Strats video from Argoe14733. You were the best. Great video.
Thank you so much.
It's all right. So that was social media comment of the week in an alternative reality.
Oh.
Social media comment of the week.
So I enjoyed that.
It was nice. Let us know what you think of the pedals. Now, most important thing to do is to come in and try them, obviously. Hear them with your ears through a live amp, not through a recording.
Yeah, because
Always.
You've got a number of things that are influencing what you hear.
Yes.
Microphone, room, amplifier, all these things. So
Player.
But you can hear what they can do, and I think that there's a lot of fun to be had with quite a few of these. And our opinions are our opinions. They're not gospel by any means, are they? But they're all here and waiting for your attention. Look out for that event on Facebook for the Jared James Nichols Black Star event.
Yes. Tickets will be available through the website when we get everything sorted, but it won't be too long from now.
Thank you for your comments and your support and all the rest of it. Please get involved and let us know what you think. This has been Andrew from A Strings.
This has been Adam from A String.
And this is Tom. Actually, it could be Tom because he says naff all anyway when he's here. So, thank you for listening. We'll see you on episode 14 next week.
Arrivederci!
Arrivederci!